All right, I forgot to charge my mic last night, so we're just gonna do it without the mics and we'll see how that sounds. But anyway, chest day, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and watch my most recent video. With it being a chest day, chest and biceps, of course we're gonna start off with what we normally do with the rotations and such. But no real set rep scheme for these, it's just kind of go until my shoulders feel loose. And I'm confident enough to push some weight, but do a few rounds of this. Going back and forth, and then we'll get the warm-up sets with incline dumbbell going. Now, past few weeks, we did either bicep first or the flat chest press first, but never actually started with incline dumbbell. So this time around, we'll start with incline dumbbell, and then we'll see if we can't move some weight around, but we'll get these knocked out, and then next thing you guys will see will be the first warm-up set. Get the rotations done and over with. So now we're going to get the warm-up sets for incline dumbbell going. We'll do a good bit of them just until I feel confident to move some heavy weight. But finish the rotations, take about 10-15 minutes with it. I normally spend a good bit of time warming up for any kind of push days, anything involved in my shoulder, just because the shoulder injury would put me out of commission for a while. It's like the main mover for everything in your upper body, your back, maybe except your arms, but I mean, still, it'll put me out for a while. So I'd rather be too warm than not warm enough. Now, the way I'm doing any kind of warm-up set or feel set is I'm just kind of going just one after another, just because there's no reason to take rest interval in between, because it shouldn't fatigue you as much as your working set should. So I'm just doing set after set after set, getting enough blood in the area and getting loosened up enough to where I feel confident to get in some working weight. So the working weight that we'll do, we'll start with the 80s and hopefully we can make it to 100s today. We should be able to. I don't see why not, because most of the weight was just kind of flying. But we'll quit talking and get this first working set in. All right, so that was a PR. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now we'll do 2 back off sets with just 90, and we'll hover around there. Or I might just do 85, try to get in the 6 to 8 rep range, a little bit higher. Just because I want to do a higher rep range, no real specific reason. But we'll back off set, and then we'll just do the rest of the workout as usual, doing the flat chest press, so on and so forth. But I'm pretty happy with that. 100-pound dumbbells incline for 5. Cannot complain. It's like my wife in each hand. So, but we'll get the next 2 sets knocked out, so you guys will see that. Actually, I kind of want a little bit more incline work, so we might throw that in here later. But right now, the focus is this flat chest press. Get the warm-up sets in. Yep. For the first working set, keep around the 8 to 10 rep range. A lot lighter than I thought it would be. So we're gonna go up and weight in the next 2 sets with the heavier weight. Still trying to do the 8 to 10 rep range, but I could have probably got like 15 on that one. So it's a lot lighter than I thought it would be, especially after doing the dumbbells. So I'm happy with that. Definitely moving some weight today, but also had a good bit more food today as well. It's later in the day, it's like 4 p.m. So, and then after the flat chest press, we'll do a high to low fly. And then probably one more chest exercise. It'll probably be this incline press right there, just for a little bit more upper chest, just because I want more upper chest, of course. I want to try to build this upper region as much as I possibly can before my next show. Then we'll do biceps. Now, I don't know if I record biceps, I might do 1 or 2 movements, but chest day is going to be a lot quicker than back day, just because your back has so much part, so it's going to be a little bit more exercises than a standard chest day would be. Just relax that air, but still same rep range, same weight. Then we'll do some high to low fly, and then one more incline movement. Then we'll pose. And then we like the first metal D handles over like the, I don't even know if it's like a fabric with the rubber that's in. Weighting them just because they're not going to fatigue you as much as your working sets. So if you kind of just get through them, just one after another. Pumps experience, knowing. Now this will actually end up being the first working set. Depending on how this feels, we might do 2 or 3, but we'll definitely do more than 1. And we might go up and weight depending on how this feels. Just kind of talking and give myself a little bit more time in between just to recover a little bit more. But then we'll do the incline press over there. I don't assume this video will be too long just because we did get through the incline dumbbell pretty quick, or at least it felt quick. But we did hit some weight, so I'm happy with that. Really happy with that. But could we have hit more if we took a longer rest interval? Probably, but I'd take a longer rest interval to get bolted. But Set of the high to low fly, then we'll go to the incline. All right, so now we'll get one of the last chest exercise done, which is gonna be this Nautilus incline press. It's a good press, it's okay. It's a little bit like, it's like the way it converges in, it goes a little bit too high, so I start feeling my front delt a little bit more than I would like to. But we've already got such a good chest pump going that I think we'll be okay. And we'll go kind of heavy on it, keeping the lower rep range, save a bit of time. Then we'll pose, then we'll knock out biceps. But it kind of slackened on my arms a little bit, not even intentionally, just kind of happened. But I think that we'll go ham on our biceps today. I'm not gonna record it or anything, just so we can focus a little bit. But it's a little bit weird. I haven't had a session where I didn't record in a while. So it's like, I feel like I'm slacking off somewhere whenever I don't have a camera in front of me. But it's just a habit now. Pulling out the camera, pulling out the microphones and getting a video in. And I'm still going as hard as I possibly can, but it's just kind of that external motivation of having the camera in front of me, I guess. Now, anyway, we'll quit talking and get this first set of this incline press done. Crazy is that the mics died, so we were just using the microphone from the earbuds, but it actually sounds better than the $200 microphones. So honestly, as long as I'm like close to the camera and I'm talking, it sounds better than the Rode mics. So I might just keep these and not use the Rode mics, because the Rode mics were good, especially if I was like a little bit farther from the camera. But the problem was you had to charge them constantly, which I guess if I was on top of it, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But it wasn't my priority to make sure that the microphone was charged. But like the receiver would die very quick, so it was just a pain to keep up with. And the audio wasn't even that good, and I would still get a copyright. But even with the music going, just using these earbuds right here, it kind of blurred out the music a little bit. And of course, I'll double check it whenever I'm editing the video tonight. But they honestly sound better. So I don't know, you guys tell me. Do you guys prefer the audio from the earbuds or from the microphone? But we'll keep talking. Let's see how we look. I've got me a shirt, and it's like very big, but I really like it. And I'm pretty sure that that's why we lifted a shit ton of weight too. It's just wearing something like this. I don't know, it's just something about it that makes you want to throw around some weight. But when I first started working out, I would wear super tight spandex almost clothes to show off my physique, my figure. But honestly, the bigger I've got, the looser my clothes have gotten, and the less my physique that I want to show. But like something like this, I'm gonna wear this every day. I love this thing. And like me, like saying this brand was greater. And you guys can see what brand it is right there. But I kind of prefer shirts like this where the logo is like super, super little and there's nothing on the back, because I don't look like a walking billboard. There's nothing I hate more than free advertising. I hate it when people use the hashtags or tag the super big brands. Not that I don't wear the super big brands or like the super big brands, but I'm never gonna promote them on my own social media if I'm not affiliated with them, sponsored by them, or getting something in return. Free advertising is a scam, quit doing it. But something like this, with the logo super little, and it just kind of looks like a normal shirt, is perfect. And like these pants right here, there's nothing on them either. So anyway, that's just my rant about free advertising. I guess I'm just trying to make the video a little bit longer because we kind of, not say rushed through the workout, but we lifted a lot of weight and it kind of just fried us. So the intensity was high, but the volume was low. So you can do one or the other. You can't do super high intensity training and keep the volume jacked up, but you also can't do super high volume training and keep the intensity jacked up. You got to do one or the other. And of course, that matters more when you're a natural athlete, But when you're enhanced, you can kind of fiddle around with that. You'll grow from anything if you're enhanced. And I guess if you're young too, you'll grow from anything. But when you're trying to do what I'm trying to do and be the best, you've got to track everything, because you can't go crazy intensity and also have crazy volume, vice versa. You got to be able to recover, and especially when you're natural, recovery is what matters the most. Anyway, let's see how we look. Just without taking off the stringer, pump's already looking pretty good. Yeah, judging by the side chest, so you don't really have to do a back pose, but we'll do a little. I don't know why I hit the side chest like I did in that last clip. The way you're supposed to do it is you want to open up as much as you can. You also want to do a vacuum and push your chest up and then grab your wrist and then pull in. This is how the side chest should be, not like this. You want to try to make yourself look as big as possible and close any of the gaps. At the gap right here, you want to close that. But I also find that my front lat poses look really good with the chest pump, because you kind of got the low chest going. But also putting my thumbs a little bit lower, just because of the way that my lats insert, also makes it look a bit better. And then front of the bicep, it's a hit or miss pose. Some days I look really good with it. Let's get a little bit of clips in right here. It's like we look crazy good right now, but I just know that something's gonna happen. Something absolutely horrific is either gonna happen in my personal life, or I'm just gonna rip my bicep off the bone. That's normally how it goes whenever things are looking up. I feel like in life, good evens out the bad. So for every little bit of good that you have, the next couple of days will probably be pretty bad. But I feel like if I didn't have that mindset in my life, I'd be a little bit more optimistic about everything. But I always end up ruining my good times by thinking there's a bad time coming. But that's just kind of life. You can't have the good without the bad. But, oh man, we look great. I'm happy with it. Very happy with it. This is about as heavy as I'm gonna let myself get in terms of the bulk. I just wanna kind of hover around this weight and just keep the muscle that we have and keep trying to build some strength, because I don't want to put on too much body fat to make it impossible for me to cut down whenever we do find a show to do. But overall, I'm really happy with how we look. But that's it for the video. I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Next video will be tomorrow. It's gonna be leg day.